Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United sent scouts to watch Christian Eriksen as Denmark beat Austria. It said the other day Manchester United are interested in signing Christian Eriksen on a free transfer. Christian Eriksen is at Brentford. He joined Brentford back in January. He did sign a 6-month contract. Christian Eriksen has been offered a long-term contract by Brentford, and Brentford are willing to make him the highest paid player. Brentford got Christian Eriksen from Inter Milan. Before Christian Eriksen played at Tottenham, he was a very long-serving player at Tottenham. And before he played for Ajax. Revert back to Euro 2021, Christian Eriksen had a heart attack and almost died. Christian Eriksen is an attacking midfielder. Now I want to give you some more news on Frankie de Jong. So Manchester United are ready to pay 69 million for Frankie de Jong. Barcelona are willing to hand over the player. Frankie de Jong tells Man United he wants a new position because he's unhappy with his current position at the moment. Manchester City have entered the race for Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong recently made an admission regarding Erik ten Hag. Frankie de Jong said he enjoyed playing under ten Hag at Ajax. A few weeks ago, it said Manchester United were willing to offer Frankie de Jong £395,000 a week. That would make him one of the highest paid players at the club. Frankie de Jong is a versatile midfielder. He's been at Barcelona since 2019. So he's been at Barcelona around 3 years. He's got a contract with Barcelona until 2026. Barcelona got him from Ajax. They paid around £65 million. But like I say, there's a lot of players that Erik ten Hag wants to recommend to the club. Ten Hag, he's also going to get rid of a lot of players. We've seen players already leave Man United on free transfers. Pogba's going to be leaving on a free transfer. Juan Mata, he's already left the club. Lingard, Man United confirmed that he'll be leaving the club. Cavani's already left. Romano said not so long ago that Eric Bailly and Axel Tuanzebe are set to leave this summer. The decision has been made. Matic, he's already left the club. Sky Italy said that Matic will join Roma on a free transfer this summer. Nemanja Matic will sign a contract until June 2023 with Roma, with an option to extend for a further year. So Matic will be having a reunion with Jose Mourinho. And not so long ago, Lee Grant retired. Look at the squad that Manchester United have got. There's good players in there. On the other side of things, there's inconsistent players as well. So Man United have got Marcus Rashford. I think Rashford is a decent player overall, but I think the season just gone Rashford was very poor. He hasn't been the same player since he had that operation on his shoulder. Rashford missed the first 2 months of the season just gone with that shoulder problem. He missed the final game against Crystal Palace due to illness. If Rashford doesn't pick up form and he doesn't stop getting injuries in that, I think there's a good chance he'll depart the club next year. He won't leave this year because Rashford's already said he wants to stay at Manchester United. Rashford's contract at Man United expires next year. Rashford has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy. He's been a United player since the age of 7 and he broke into our senior squad back in 2016. Man United have also got Bruno Fernandez. He's a good player overall. He's one of our best players and he's certainly one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. The season just gone, Fernandez enjoyed a lot of poor games. Like I've said before, we've struggled to get the best out of Bruno Fernandez since Ronaldo re-signed for the club. Bruno Fernandez earlier on this year signed the new contract with Man United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Fernandez has been a United player for over 2 years. Man United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Man United have also got Cristiano Ronaldo now. He's the best player in the world overall. Recently, Ronaldo won the Goal of the Season award, and he also got named the Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year for the 21-22 season. Ronaldo will be staying at Manchester United this year, but I think he could leave next year. Ronaldo's already said he wants to stay, and Erik Ten Hag wants Ronaldo to stay. Ronaldo will want to play under Ten Hag. Ronaldo missed Man United's final game against Crystal Palace because he picked up a hip injury. Since Ronaldo re-signed for the club, he's got 24 goals in all competitions. He has 18 goals in the Premier League. Man United re-signed Ronaldo in the summer of last year from Juventus. His contract at Manchester United expires next year. There's an option to extend for a further year. Ronaldo's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. He earns £480,000 a week. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Jadon Sancho, I think he's a decent player. At Man United, he hasn't done as well as a lot of United fans expected. Don't get me wrong, he has had his good games, he's had his poor games. Man United signed Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund in the summer of last year. Man United got him in a deal worth 78 million with add-ons included. Man United paid 73 million up front. Sancho's got a contract with the club until 2026 as an option of a further year. Sancho did enjoy 4 good years with Borussia Dortmund before he signed for Man United. We've also got Anthony Alanga. Now, he's a very good young player. The season just gone, he had his good games. He had his poor games as well. But overall, I think he's done pretty well since he broke into our first team squad. Revert back to earlier on in the year. Don't forget, Anthony Alanga got racially abused on social media because he missed a decisive penalty against Middlesbrough in the Cup. I totally disagreed with him getting racially abused. When we did have Ralph Rangnick said that Anthony Alanga was close to leaving Manchester United. Elanga's got a contract with the club until 2026. Mason Greenwood, Man United did have him, and he was the upcoming talent. But obviously, earlier on this year, Greenwood got suspended by the club. I don't really know what's going on with Mason Greenwood at the moment. Man United have also got that Garnacho. He looks a good young player. Don't forget, Garnacho scored twice in Man United's 3-1 win against Nottingham Forest. In the FA Youth Cup, it was the under-18s. Man United have also got Hannibal Mejbri. He made his first start against Crystal Palace on the final day. Don't really have a perception on Hannibal Mejbri. Man United have also got Fred. Fred's not good enough to represent the club. Fred struggled for consistency since he come back from that injury. Before that injury, was in form was Fred. Revert back to earlier on in the Rangnick tenure, I actually said Fred had been one of our best performers. You know, Fred's played a lot of games alongside McTominay in the centre midfield. Man United got Fred quite a few years ago from Shakhtar Donetsk, got him in a deal worth £50 million. Man United have also got Scott McTominay. I don't think he's good enough. But I'll say the same thing as what I just said regarding Fred. You know, McTominay had been one of our best performers early on in the Rangnick tenure. The best games McTominay has had, I'd say, was the 6-2 win against Leeds. Because he scored twice in that game. He played well in the 5-1 win against Leeds at Old Trafford. And he played very well against Aston Villa in the FA Cup. McTominay has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy. Revert back to 2020, he committed his future to the club because he signed a 5-year contract. Man United have also got Luke Shaw. I think he's a good left back overall. But the season just gone, I thought Luke Shaw was very poor. He had his good games. He also had quite a few injuries, you know, the season just gone. He missed the final game against Crystal Palace due to injury. And, you know, if Luke Shaw doesn't pick up form and he doesn't stop getting injuries, I think he'll leave. So I'm saying the same thing as what I said regarding Marcus Rashford earlier on in the video. I think the best season Luke Shaw's enjoyed at Man United was the season before the one just gone. Luke Shaw's enjoyed like 8 years at the club, so he's been a long-serving player. Earlier on this year, Shaw came out and said that he prefers playing for England than Man United. Shaw's contract at Manchester United expires next year. Man United have still got Alex Telles. I reckon that Telles is on his way out of the football club. You know, he's been subjected to a lot of transfer speculation. Telles has been poor now for the last few months. When we had Rangnick, you know, Telles appeared to be our first choice left back. That's only because Luke Shaw, you know, hadn't been available. Man United got Telles from Porto back in 2020. Got him in a deal worth £15.4 million. Man United have obviously got Bailly still, but like I said earlier on in the video, he's set to leave this summer. Bailly, he's not one of our first choice centre halves. He lost his place in the team a while ago. Did Bailly. Bailly's injury prone, which is a concern, but he's been a good centre-half for Man United. You know, Bailly enjoyed like 5 years at Man United. Man United got him from Villarreal back in 2016. Man United paid around £30 million for him. Back in April last year, Bailly signed a contract with the club until 2024. Tuan Zebe, obviously he's now back at United, but he's on his way out. The season just gone, Axel Tuanzebe was out on loan with Aston Villa. He's enjoyed quite a few loan spells with Aston Villa. Man United have also got Harry Maguire. He's certainly not good enough to represent the club. He needs to go. You know, throughout the course of the season just gone, a lot of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire because he's not a leader. Now, like I updated you not so long ago, it said David De Gea is the leading contender to replace Harry Maguire as Man United captain. Man United overpaid for Maguire, got him for 80 million. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive signing at the club. Maguire's been at Man United for around 3 years. Man United have also got Victor Lindelof. He's had his good games at United, he's had his bad games. Like I've always said, I've always had my reservations about Lindelof. Lindelof is not one of our first choice centre-halves. Obviously with the signing of Raphael Varane in the summer of last year, but Lindelof, he's played a lot of games alongside Maguire. Lindelof and Maguire do not complement each other in our backline. Lindelof's played games alongside Bailly. He's played games alongside Varane and Phil Jones in that backline. Lindelof's been at Man United for around 5 years. Man United got him from Benfica back in 2017 in a deal worth 31 million. Lindelof's under contract with the club until 2024. Man United have got Raphael Varane. He's probably not done as well as expected at United, but it does take some players time to settle in. You know, Raphael Varane has enjoyed quite a few injuries since he became a United player. But Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced and he's got a good pedigree behind him, because look at the amount of silverware he won when he was at Real Madrid, and he was also a long-serving player when he was at Real Madrid. He enjoyed like 10 years or so with them. Man United got Varane from Real Madrid in the summer of last year. Varane's got a contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option to extend for a further year. Man United have Phil Jones. Phil Jones, he's on his way out of the football club. Jones isn't one of our first choice centre-half.
Your bedding's there.
What are you doing with it?
Have you put this on today?
Yeah.
No, because I was putting this back on. It doesn't matter if that's on.
No, Jones isn't one of our first choice centre-halves. He's made like...
They're fine.
Yeah. He's made like 3 Premier League appearances since January 2020. Phil Jones has enjoyed 11 seasons at the club, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. His contract at Man United expires next year. Man United have also got Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's one of the right backs. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he's on his way out of the football club. Prior to the Palace game, it said Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be allowed to leave Man United. Man United have offered Aaron Wan-Bissaka to clubs. At least one club are in for him. I'm hearing that Aaron Wan-Bissaka could be making a return to Crystal Palace. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was not our first choice right back under Rangnick. Diego Dalot was. Most of the time Bissaka's good defensively, but the attacking side of his game is not so good. Man United got Bissaka from Crystal Palace in a deal worth £50 million. We've got Diego Dalot still at the club. I think he'll leave Man United next year. Like I just said, Dalot was our first choice right back when we had Rangnick. He had his good games, to be fair. He's been subject to a lot of transfer speculation before. At one point, Dalot enjoyed a loan spell with AC Milan. So reflecting on that again, some experience. Man United got Delors from Porto, brought him in under the Mourinho era. Delors' contract at Man United expires next year. So yeah, Delors another right back we've got. Obviously goalkeeper, our first choice, David De Gea. You know, this season David De Gea was absolutely sensational. Made some fantastic saves in games. De Gea recently won the Players Player of the Year award for the 21-22 season. Well, De Gea's won everything domestically at the football club. And he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. You know, De Gea has endured 11 seasons at Manchester United, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. De Gea's contract at Man United expires next year. The other week it said Man United were close to extending De Gea's contract until 2025. At the moment, David De Gea earns £375,000 a week. We got David De Gea from Atletico Madrid back in 2011. Paid around £17 million for him. Man United's second choice goalkeeper is Dean Henderson. Henderson's on his way out of the club. I heard that he could be making the move to Newcastle. The season just gone, Dean Henderson only made 3 appearances. Man United's third choice goalkeeper is Tom Eaton. Don't really have a great deal of a perception on him. He played in the pre-season games before the start of the season just gone. He did well, to be fair. Man United got Heaton on a free transfer from Villa in the summer of last year. I reckon that Tom Heaton is on his way out of the football club. And like I say, Lingard, you know, he's on his way out of the club, like I said earlier. But mainly he was a squad player. Lingard didn't get in the team much. He was part of the club for a long time. You know, Matic, he's obviously now left the club. When we had Matic, he wasn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, still got his opportunities. You know, Paul Pogba. You know, he was a good player when he wanted to be. And Juan Mata, he was good for Man United. You know, I think Juan Mata had a good career at Man United. Like I said, Mata did endure 8 years at the club, so he was a long-serving player. And obviously, Man United had Edinson Cavani as well. And I thought he was good. He had a lot of good games, but Cavani did lose his place in the team when obviously Ronaldo re-signed in the summer of last year. So there you go. Like I say, Erik ten Hag, you know, he's Manchester United's manager. Earlier on this year, it got officially announced that Erik ten Hag got appointed in as the new manager of Man United. You know, Erik ten Hag replaced Ralf Rangnick. Erik ten Hag signed a 3-year contract with an option of a further year. Ten Hag is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Like I said, Ten Hag's transfer budget has already been revealed. Ten Hag attended Man United's final game against Crystal Palace. Mitchell van der Gag and Steve McLaren are working alongside Ten Hag at Man United. You know, so there you go. Not so long ago, Ralf Rangnick left Man United, so reflecting on that, Rangnick will not take up the consultancy role at Manchester United. Revert back to earlier on this year, Rangnick got officially appointed as the new manager of Austria, and Rangnick signed a 2-year deal. Ralf Rangnick was Man United's interim manager for around 4 or 5 months. Rangnick did enjoy 1 transfer window as Man United's interim manager. Unfortunately, didn't get backed in this year's January transfer window. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.